Welcome back to the PigSkin podcast. This is episode 39-ish, somewhere around there. I don't really remember. It's been a little while since me and Sebastian have gotten on here and kind of chopped it up. Busy guys. We've both been dealing with a bit of illness. We're put on the 10, 15-day DL, or IL, whichever sport you watch. But we're back and better than ever. So in this episode, we're just going to talk about how crazy free agency has been so far this year. And then OU just had their pro day on Tuesday and started spring ball. And we might just get in and mess around with a couple other things. But we'll start this off. Sebastian, how you been doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. We needed a little break, load management, so it was nice to have a couple days off. I got sick. I got the flu.
Yeah.
Bad news for my enemies. I'm awake. I'm good to go. I'm ready to talk some sports, free agency. Also, Oklahoma's pro day, just because it just happened, and I'm a big Sooner fan. So, but yeah. To my enemies, I'm pretty sure the person that got me sick was a Packers fan. I'm almost positive it was, because the person that came into my office had a Packers shirt. I got sick that weekend. They were trying to sabotage me because I've been in talks with Ryan Poles. All right, just like on the down low.
Okay.
Even though he deleted his Twitter, I'm still DMing him, telling him what he should do.
Okay.
Because I know what's good for my team. But I got sick and I wasn't able to. Now the Bears are they got some stuff to figure out with Justin Fields, the number one pick now, because I didn't get a chance to talk to him. So I think it was you.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been some biological warfare. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It could have been. But
no, I was on my fucking deathbed, though, dude. I felt terrible.
That's awful. I know. I didn't get it that bad. I've been down the last couple of days, but I certainly have not been out. So
yeah, we're here.
We are.
We're not.
We're here. We're not. You might be. You're a Bears fan, but
hey, guess what?
What's up, man?
Free agency is going nuts right now.
It is.
Who do you think won?
So far, there's been a couple teams that have stood out to me. So far, I definitely think the Texans have made really big splashes.
Why don't we talk about like everybody that like all the big signings that happened?
Yeah, definitely. You got anything that comes to mind?
Yeah, well, we'll just start with, from the beginning. The biggest free agent signing that happened, I guess in the beginning, or when free agency started, like popping off, Bears agreed to terms with Kevin Byard. They put him on a 2-year deal after getting rid of Eddie Jackson. Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield are back with the Bucs. Congrats to Baker Mayfield getting fucking paid. 3-year deal, $100 million, and then $50 million of it guaranteed. He's got some incentives in there as well. Smart move. Keep the team that you got. Keep the quarterback. He was awesome last season. And then the biggest one to start it off was Russell Wilson signing with the Steelers.
Yeah. Do they even have the contract details out for that yet? I don't think so.
I'm not entirely sure, but he posted a hype video after he signed, and they were playing the Renegade song, which is kind of funny. Did you see the hype video? Go to his Twitter. It's funny, but yeah, he's going to be in a big quarterback battle with Kenny Pickett. That tells you the kind of where the Steelers are at right now. Then the Bears signed DeAndre Swift, 3-year deal, $24 million. Love it. Then the Vikings signed Jonathan Grenard. Tony Pollard went to the Texans. The Titans. Gabe Davis went to the Jags. Raiders signed Christian Wilkins. Josh Jacobs went to the Packers. So, big free agent signing for you. Pretty stud running back.
I mean, it comes.
It was kind of weird. I think it was really weird because you look at what like the overall product that you get out of Aaron Jones. Like he's more than just like a running back. He's like a football player. Like he can do it all.
Well, he's a great leader for the team too. It's the thing that really sucks.
Yeah.
And also, Josh Jacobs' average every year is exactly what they were going to pay Aaron Jones this year, $12 million.
Yeah.
And so that's what really sucks about it. But
he is younger.
5 years younger.
Yeah.
But I mean, Aaron Jones is, when fully healthy, arguably one of the best backs in the league.
Yeah,
The issue,
he's a do-it-all kind of guy.
He is. The issue with him though is, I mean, he had 3 separate injuries last year.
Yeah.
And it's just
At the end of the season, I mean, he was unstoppable.
In the playoffs, couldn't touch him. Now the thing that hurts the most about it is, so at first when I saw the Josh Jacobs signing, I was like, "Fuck! All right, there goes Aaron Jones." And then I was watching NFL Network as everything was going through, and I saw the report where I forget the host of the NFL Network or whatever that was doing Total Access or whatever show it was. He said, so Aaron Jones staying? And then Ian Rappaport said yes. And so I saw that, and I was like, so we have Josh Jacobs and Aaron Jones. Like, that would be...
not so fast, buddy.
yeah. That would have been one of, if not the nastiest running back room just between those two in the country.
No, you can't have it all.
I can't.
Sorry.
I can't. You know who fucking can? The goddamn Vikings.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they got Aaron Jones.
So Aaron Jones, 1 year, $7 million. The report was, so he took a near 50% pay cut last year to stay with the Packers, and they wanted him to take another 50%. They wanted him to essentially be a cap hit about $4 million, max out at $6 million.
And he was smart, and he said no.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, can you... It's basically like also Joe Mixon. He was released by the Bengals, and he went to the Texans. But that's basically
technically traded.
Yeah.
It was reported as a release first, but they ended up trading him.
Yeah, they handled that really weird. But, I mean, that's like you're basically telling a guy, like, hey, can you do exactly what you were doing? Like, can you have the same productivity but, like, take a pay cut?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no. Fuck that. And Joe Mixon was smart. He was like, well, if you send me to Texas where there's no, state income tax. But he got paid what he wanted to get paid. But, yeah, it is kind of it's got to feel bad with Aaron Jones, right?
It hurts, especially because there was a brief, 45 minutes of my life where I was like, we have Josh Jacobs and Aaron Jones. And then Jonesy got stripped away from me. And now we have Josh Jacobs and A.J. Dillon.
Yeah.
Now, Emmanuel Wilson's still there, but...
You lost Simone Biles to Chicago.
We did lose Simone Biles. Did you see what she said?
Yeah, she said, fuck the Packers.
Essentially, she was like, oh, thank God, now I don't have to get any more connecting flights to see my husband play.
Yeah.
She can just land in, what is it, O'Hare?
O'Hare?
Is it O'Hare Airport? Chicago?
I think so. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
But the Packers did go get Xavier McKinney, who was the top on my list. 24-year-old safety, ranked as the top safety in the country through PFF last year. 4 years, $68 million fucking dollars, man. It's ball hawk. Is just a center fielder, and I'm so stoked about having Xavier McKinney.
That's what the Packers have to do. They have to build through free agency because they can't build through the draft like Chicago.
My ass. Yeah, I'm sure. It does make me excited though to see who the Packers are going to take in the draft, because I still feel like they're probably going to draft safety. Also, there's been reports them and Micah Hyde have a lot of mutual interest about him making a return to the Packers. So Micah Hyde was one of my favorite players when he was in Green Bay. He's older now. Obviously, he spent about 3-4 years in Green Bay, his last 7 in Buffalo. So he's on that downhill slide towards retirement, but still would love to get Micah Hyde if he can get a couple years out of him. So.
Okay, real quick breakdown before we get to 2 really big free agent signings. The Panthers signed Robert Hunt out of from Miami, 5 years, $100 million. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Giants signed Devin Singletary. The Raiders, they agreed to terms and signed Gardner Minshew. Commanders, they got Austin Eckler. Jacoby Brissett's going back to New England.
Mm-hmm.
The Seahawks re-signed Leonard Williams. The Vikings signed Sam Darnold just to a 1-year deal. They're probably going to draft a quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Mixon went to the Texans. Maybe.
I wouldn't mind Michael Penix.
They should take J.J. McCarthy. I heard he's a real solid quarterback.
They should take Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
Or Davis Bevel.
No. Take Spencer Rattler. Great signing.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
By the way, have you seen the the video that's coming out of Xavier Legette, his
Dude,
accent.
It's so funny.
Is
I've
Randy
seen
Moss.
I've seen 4 different videos and they make me cry.
He has like a different like accent for each of them. They're all like the Southern Randy Moss accent.
It's
He's gonna
so
be a
good.
stud. He's gonna
He
be
is. You're missing the biggest signing that's happened so far, though.
Hmm.
The Cleveland Browns have a new starting quarterback.
I was gonna get to that.
Oh, okay, my bad. I jumped the gun a little.
There's actually 3 like big ones that I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Other than like our teams like the Packers and Bears. Derrick Henry goes to the Ravens. He looks awesome in a Ravens uniform. That backfield's gonna be nasty. If they can keep J.K. Dobbins healthy, and then you got the 3 best running backs in the NFL on one team. I'm just kidding. I like Lamar Jackson. I think he's a great quarterback. Drew Lock went to the Giants. Patrick Queen went to the Steelers. That's gonna be a nasty defense.
Did you see all that shit he was getting on Twitter for it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he was basically saying, like in one of his press conferences about Mike Tomlin. Yeah. I like what the Texans did though, getting Joe Mixon and Danielle Hunter.
Yeah.
They've solved their like 2 biggest question marks.
Well, they also, Danielle Hunter's a big one, but don't overlook Jeff Okudah and Mike Ford. I know Jeff Okudah hasn't been all that, but now you have what's his name?
Jeff Okudah's with the Texans now?
Yeah, 1 year, $6 million.
He might actually, I mean, with D'Amico Ryans being the head coach.
Yes, they have D'Amico Ryans, but think now they have Jalen Petrie, Derek Stingley, and then I know I'm missing someone's name here too. But they also went and re-signed Eric Murray and Des King. They also have Lonnie Johnson. Dude.
Yeah, depending on what the Texans do in the draft, they're my dark horse Super Bowl team.
I don't know about Super Bowl, but they're going to make some fucking moves.
Dark horse.
That's fair.
Dark horse Super Bowl team. I did it with the Ravens last year.
You're close.
Yeah, they're close. But
Joe Flacco's a Colt.
Yeah. I like that. And then Darnell Mooney, or the Falcons signed Darnell Mooney 3-year deal, $39 million. I like it. I think he's still a good receiver.
Yeah. He's a hell of a route runner, man.
Yeah, Luke Getsy just kind of fucked our offense. He's still a Packer at heart. But there are 3 big signings. So the congratulations to Kirk Cousins. Absolutely congratulations on the amount of money that he has made in his career. He's made $400 million. He just signed a 4-year deal with the Falcons. That's crazy.
Dude.
I understand it, though. I understand why they signed him.
Yeah.
You need a guy like Kirk Cousins who's a veteran. He's played a lot of football, who was kind of on a career year for himself with the Vikings before he got injured.
Mm-hmm.
You got a bunch of talent in Atlanta, or that you think you have a bunch of talent.
Bunch of young talent, too.
Yeah. You drafted a fuck ton of guys. You drafted Kyle Pitts, who was supposed to be a generational tight end talent. Like that's what the draft experts were saying. Like, we've never seen a tight end like this. And you get what some would say is a generational talent at running back. The last running back to get as much hype as Bijan Robinson was basically Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
And then you've also got Drake London, who you decided to take over Chris Olave, Jameson Williams, and Garrett Wilson. So you got to know, like, can these guys play? So you sign Kirk Cousins, he's going to get the ball to the playmakers, and you're going to figure out, if you're the Falcons, you're going to figure out what you have.
They also traded, they did a straight player-for-player trade. They traded Desmond Ridder to the Cardinals for Rondale Moore.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So here's my question about that whole thing, right? So the Falcons, 4 years, $180 million is max for Kirk Cousins, right? They could have
guaranteed too.
Well, I don't think it's fully guaranteed.
Oh, he had a lot of it guaranteed. I think it was like $100 million.
Yeah, there's a lot of it guaranteed. But they could have spent that money on Lamar Jackson last year. I mean,
they didn't.
Yeah, and that is true. That is true. But I've seen people talking about that where it's like, yeah, they're paying Kurt, 35-year-old Kurt Cousins.
Way less.
They could have. And I think part of last year is they had to see what they had with Desmond Ritter. That was definitely part of it. But
they didn't have anything with Desmond Ritter.
They didn't. No.
He was awful.
I like Kirk out of Atlanta, though.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good move. I think if he gets a good offseason, he gets fully healthy. The only thing that's going to suck is, depending on how long that Achilles takes him to heal from, he's not going to have too much time to really get in with those guys, like throw and kind of develop that chemistry while playing. You know what I mean?
Well, didn't they bring over? They brought over a guy from the Rams who was studying under Sean McVay as the offensive coordinator.
Oh,
I can't think of his name, but they just brought him over. But he's going to be the new offensive coordinator. So they should be running a good offense.
Zach Robinson.
Yeah.
Wait, is that Zach Robinson?
Yeah, that Zach Robinson.
Wow.
Yeah, he was studying under McVay.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Boo pokes.
So Bob Stoops.
So the Falcons getting Kirk Cousins. An interesting one was Brian Burns going to the Giants.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's just the Panthers making stupid trades like they normally do. Last year they could have gotten the Rams are willing to give 2 first-round picks for Brian Burns.
Yeah.
They were willing to give 2 first-round picks. They didn't give it to him. They didn't take it. And then they got a first and a fifth or a second and a fifth for Brian Burns. I guess okay, it was under the old regime last year. The new regime, that
is true.
So I guess that makes sense, but it just feels like a boneheaded move by the Panthers. Like, you need as much good talent as you can get. I know you're in a total rebuild, but you need as much talent as you could possibly have on that team.
Are you at all surprised at the lack of moves that Dallas has made?
Jerry Jones grinds tape. I'm sure he's got a plan. He's probably in there grinding tape.
He's just going to take.
I like the guys in the draft.
He's just going to take Tyler Guyton and Walter Rouse.
That would be crazy.
That would be amazing.
If he took Tyler Guyton and they developed him, that offensive line would be nasty.
Yeah.
Walter Rouse is a guard, though.
Yeah, in the NFL, he's a guard.
Yeah.
He's a swing tackle if needed, but he's a guard.
We didn't even talk about the biggest free agent signing. You alluded to it earlier. Cleveland Browns.
They got a new starting quarterback.
Our boy Jameis.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston is a Cleveland Brown.
And I think they're paying all that money to their backup, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I know.
They also, Zadarius Smith, I swear, is the king at getting a ton of money. He's the Kirk Cousins of edge rushers at this point. 2 years, $23.5 million at 31 years old. All he did last year was have 5.5 sacks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's
in
better.
16 games played.
Listen, he's just really good at interviewing, okay? It's like Kirk Cousins the same way. All right, he's good in the interview.
It is nasty to have him and Myles Garrett on one side with Obo as coming off the bench, as their cycle guy.
Oh, and they got Jerry Jeudy too.
They did get Jerry Jeudy. They did trade for Jerry Jeudy.
They have Jerry Jeudy, Amari Cooper, Njoku, and that offensive line. They've set Jameis Winston up for success. They've set him up
to be Chubb's going to be back.
Yeah. Nick Chubb is going to be back.
Dude, can we talk about how horrendous his injury history has been?
That injury at Georgia was nasty.
Dude, I know.
It's the exact same thing happened last season for him. What if he loses a step?
Man, I love Nick Chubb so much. He's so good.
Yeah, he is good, but with the injury history, it's looking kind of grim for him.
It's all in the
That's going to be a tough division. Yeah. I mean, it already was, but now Joe Burrow's back. The Steelers are making moves. Here's the thing for Russell Wilson. This is going to be just such a nail in the coffin of his career if he's the first quarterback to ruin Mike Tomlin's streak of having a winning season.
Dude, if Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph can string together a winning season and Russell Wilson can't,
he's ruined his legacy, right?
100%.
We forget about the Super Bowls.
Yeah, the Super
We
Bowl.
forget about the Super Bowls. Yeah. Well, he went to one. He went to two. He won one. But like you could forget about it.
Could have won another one if they handed the ball to Marshawn, if we're being honest. But
yeah, he could have won that other one exactly. But Malcolm Butler, man. I've been watching the Patriots Dynasty on Apple TV.
See, I want to start that. I've been watching Ted Lasso.
Great show, but it's starting to get good now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's basically just like a Robert Kraft love affair. Look at me, I'm the winner here. Yeah. They're making Belichick look like a fucking asshole.
Of course they are.
Yeah, but they have a whole episode that's just dedicated to Aaron Hernandez. Talented guy.
Oh, I need to watch
First round talent. Got in the, 5th round?
Man.
That guy he was a real shooter on the field.
Yeah. Straight shooter.
Yeah. So some more signings are actually the Bears signed Gerald Everett. I like that move. Brett Rippon, franchise quarterback. And then for the Commanders, Austin Eckler, Bobby Wagner, and Marcus Mariota.
And Zach Ertz.
They're officially the oldest team in the NFL.
They also
have leadership. They were going to build through the draft. I like Dan Quinn as a head coach, especially second time around. Commanders might be onto something. I'm not gonna laugh at them yet. The Commanders could be onto something. They got the second pick in the draft. They can get a quarterback. Commanders might be onto something.
You think they go Jaden Daniels, right?
If they're smart, they'll go Jaden Daniels. If Chicago takes Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels is sitting right there, you should take him. What are some other free agent signings that's kind of going on? C.J. Gardner-Johnson back in Philly.
Yeah, I saw that after talking all that shit.
Yeah. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He didn't even do anything for the Lions, honestly. No, the Cowboys did have one free agent signing.
Well, 2 now.
Eric Kendricks. Who else?
Trent Sieg.
Sieg.
Long snapper. That was their first signing. He was a long snapper. They re-signed him.
Awesome. Great for the Cowboys.
What do you think? What do you think about?
What is their solution at running back? What are they going to do? Is it Deuce Vaughn? You can't. He's 4'11". You can't fucking catch him.
Just grease him up, send him out there, put him in a two-back set in the shotgun with him and Blake Corum.
Yeah.
Just stand them on top of each other and put a trench coat on them. Get 13 players on the field.
Yeah, there you go.
It'll be as tall as one man.
You couldn't tell though. I mean, the average height between the two of them would be
2-3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, free agency's been awesome, but who do you think has won free agency so far? If you had to throw it out there, except for Cleveland. I mean, obviously they won with James
Harden. It's hard. It's hard to beat that. I don't know, man. I mean, I really have liked what the Texans have done, especially on the defensive side. It looks like they're taking a lot of veteran just players on the defense and trying to load their defense so they can draft on the offense. This is exactly what it looks like they're doing. And them.
Breaking news.
Sorry. No.
The Eagles have signed Devin White to a 1-year deal.
1 year. What, $7.5 million? I think it is.
Oh, so that wasn't breaking news.
No, I think I saw that one earlier. It's just not updated on my fucking thing.
Oh, and they also signed Saquon Barkley. That was a big one we forgot to talk about.
Yeah. And I was going to get to that. Saquon was, man.
Huge.
Did you see? Yeah, dude.
It kind of made sense after Chicago signed DeAndre Swift. You saw a bunch of Eagles fans on Twitter we're finally getting Saquon, which is big for them because those those Eagles fans that cheered for him at Penn State, they get to cheer for him again. That was a big thing. The Eagles fans that were Penn State fans had to watch him go to New York.
Giants, yeah. You know what makes me laugh harder than anything else, and we're honestly way harder than it should. All the memes of like Eagles running backs getting tackled at the 1 and then just cutting to Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I know.
They're funny.
So sad, but it's funny.
It's so funny. I think
my favorite one is like now that Travis Kelce's retired, they're making fun of how the tush push isn't going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Jalen Hurts when somebody's not shoving his ass on the 1 yard line for a touchdown. It's just basically like the Drew Walls videos, like getting ready at Target. The internet's mean. I love it.
There's a team that we're kind of not thinking about right now that has made a lot of moves in free agency. New England Patriots.
Yeah. What have they done?
They've signed 15 people, including a 3-year, $57 million deal to Mike Onwenu? I don't know. Offensive lineman. 3 years to Hunter Henry. They also Anfernee Jennings. Didn't realize he's still in the fucking league. How old is he? 48? 26. He's only 26?
Anfernee Jennings?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like he's so old because I've been hearing about him since he's been at Bama for like ever. He played at Bama for a while. I think that's part of what it is. They also got Jacoby Brissett, Kendrick Bourne, Antonio Gibson. And Antonio Gibson's not a bad one, man. I think he's a good little scat back. Him and Ramondre Stevenson together.
Yeah.
If they can get a quarterback, like, J.J. McCarthy, a Drake May.
Get J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah. Dude, okay, so I'm glad that we're both on this fuck J.J. McCarthy. He's not that good train because he's not that good, dude.
No. It's just Twitter. They do this all the time. Like, you get the Twitter heads that think they know about the draft. And so they're going to go on there and they're going to say, yeah, J.J. McCarthy's actually really good. Look at what he did. I'm sure there's NFL teams that are having their fair share of tampering, where there's like probably an NFL team or an NFL GM or scout that's talking to other scouts and being like, yeah, I really like J.J. McCarthy. Look at him. And it's basically just a way for them to just fuck around so that team will be dumb enough to take J.J. McCarthy and they could take Michael Penix.
They all got burner accounts on Twitter just tweeting at J.J. McCarthy about how good he is. Oh, man.
It's funny. Like, I love this time of the year because, like, with the quarterbacks, like the quarterback draft, that you're going to get all the shit talking on certain quarterbacks. Like, Caleb Williams was a consensus, like, number 1 quarterback, like, would have been the first quarterback taken in, like, the past, like, 7 drafts, and everybody's like, well, he wears a dress and paints his nails and cries. He sucks.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's like, okay, but he's still as an absolute baller.
He's going to be a fantastic quarterback, and he's going to be great for the Bears.
I don't know.
Do what?
I don't know if anyone can be great for the Bears.
Well, Caleb Williams is going to do it.
Oh, okay.
He's going to be a good quarterback, okay? I've already talked myself into it.
Okay.
So he's going to be the number 1 pick taken. He should be. He makes the most sense.
He does, and he really does. And now, if you
he
was
the best. People his freshman year at OU. People were like, "Yeah, this kid would be the first quarterback taken if he was eligible, like if he was draft eligible."
Well, now here's the thing to think about. All right, so Baker's kind of revived his career, right? Kyler's been really good since he's been in the league. Jalen's been great. Now, remember when people were starting to doubt Lincoln Riley as to whether or not his quarterbacks can make it in the league? Well, he's got 2 of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league, and now he's got Baker that's just revived his career down in Tampa and is on a $100 million deal. And he's going to have his 3rd number 1 overall draft pick at quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it makes sense whenever a quarterback's good when they're got a good, great coach.
Yeah, and look,
not a good head coach. Lincoln Riley's not a good head coach, but he's a great offensive mind. And then those quarterbacks like Kyler Murray, he was awesome when Cliff Kingsbury was calling the plays for him. He was awesome with Dave Canales. Jalen Hurts was good with Shane Steichen.
Yeah. Coaching
Bears they hired Shane Waldron, who basically revived Geno Smith's career.
I think
I want Caleb Williams. That's just
I think it's the right pick. I've been thinking about it a lot lately.
It is. I mean, Jaden Daniels is going to be the best quarterback in the draft, but Caleb Williams just makes more sense. He's younger. And he's only had 1 injury. And I'm pretty sure it was a fake injury. He faked his injury. It was a hamstring. That didn't. He wasn't actually hurt, was he?
I don't
It
know.
was just like,
Maybe they
I'm
just
hurt
want to beat
because
Utah.
now we suck. Yeah,
Maybe.
sure.
I don't know. Then again, he was playing Utah, one of the most physical teams in college every single year. Kyle Whittingham. That's essentially like the Saints fucking the bounty hunters for the Saints. They just go out and kill people, man.
Look, I don't want to trade the number one pick. I know I teased it, but we had this conversation before last season started at work. Best case scenario for Chicago, 8-9 season. Justin Fields looks good. We just fucking trade him and get Caleb Williams. That's basically how it's going right now.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams he's just a better thrower of the ball. And he's gonna have we're probably gonna take him if Marvin Harrison Jr. is there, we'll take him, but he's not gonna be there. The Cardinals are gonna take him.
Y'all are
And
at
from
what,
a
1-9, right?
Yeah. So we'll probably get Malik Neighbors. I love Malik Neighbors. I'll take him.
What about Keon
And
Coleman?
then we can ruin their careers. I don't care. Just get it right. I trust Ryan Poles.
You know, so here's another thing that
until we ruin Caleb Williams' career, and then
yeah, dude. Think about this though. Think about the NFC North so let's say I've been high on Hendon Hooker his entire career, right? And I hate the fact he's in Detroit because I wish he would have gone somewhere else to shine. You know what I mean? But think about the NFC North 5 years from now. Say Hendon Hooker's the starting quarterback for the Lions. The Packers are rolling with Jordan Love. Caleb Williams turns out to be that fucking dude, and the Vikings hopefully suck ass more than anybody else. Dude, think about the fucking NFC North then being the quarterback capital.
We'd be the new AFC North.
Yeah.
Most competitive division.
Yeah. I think it'd be great. I don't know. I think
the NFC needs a Super Bowl though. We gotta beat Mahomes.
Yeah.
Beat Mahomes, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen can't. Not that he can't. He hasn't. But I don't know that they will.
It's because Patrick Mahomes is right there and Joe Burrow. It's kind of hard. You got to go up against those two.
So, okay, taking Joe Burrow out of it, because I think Joe Burrow gets a ring before he retires. Looking at the rest of the AFC in terms of the top quarterbacks, so now you have C.J. Stroud. Right, you have Justin Herbert. Probably go ahead and knock him off this list for this question I'm about to ask you. You also have Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. Of those four, and again, Justin Herbert, you probably kick off because the Chargers are cursed. Of those four, which one do you see getting a ring first?
Josh Allen.
You see Josh Allen get one before anybody else? Outside of
Burrow? The Bills are kind of cursed too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see Josh Allen getting a ring.
Yeah.
It also like I need my narrative to stand true.
Mm-hmm.
Because in that draft, in that 2018 draft, my top three quarterbacks were Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen. And I was fucking dead on about Josh Allen. I was absolutely dead on about him in that draft that year while I was in college, drunk as shit, just typing up like a PDF of all those quarterbacks. And I was like, the draft experts that fucking hate Josh Allen are stupid. The guy can play football. He's going to win a Super Bowl. And like, I need that to stand true. That's why like I'm so soft on Josh Allen, even when like he's not playing good. Yeah. Like I had to be hard on him when they sucked for like the beginning of the season last season. But like, it's like him and Baker for that draft class have a soft spot in my heart. So like, I need Josh Allen to like win a Super Bowl so I can be right.
I mean, I'd already gone on a limb and say you are right. Well, I mean, you said they won a Super Bowl, so obviously neither one of those three have done it yet. But I mean, shit, that's pretty dead on. I'm not gonna lie. That's
super lagged right there.
Oh shit, you did too. Anyways, what I was saying was, it's insane that you were dead on about those three being the best quarterbacks out of that draft.
Yeah.
So
I had Baker 1, Lamar Jackson 2, Josh Allen 3. I had Sam Darnold dead last. I was like, I don't see it with this guy.
I never saw it with Sam Darnold. I never did, man. Is that USC hype?
Dude, when you take a look at like the last quarterback drafts, like 2021 was supposed to be like generational. It's kind of sucked. Yeah. Trevor Lawrence hasn't been all that great. He's been all right. He's been the best of the bunch.
Who was
Zach Wilson's been trash. This is Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Mac Jones.
It's almost now. It's not as bad. 2013 is still the worst.
Or 2022. Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ritter, Sam Howell.
Malik Willis.
Well, Sam Howell hasn't been bad.
Matt Corral.
Where's he going now? The Seahawks?
Yeah, he's a Seahawk now.
Yeah. Sam
I
Howell
still
hasn't
think
been bad. I don't know.
2013's quarterback class is the worst of all time.
EJ Manuel.
Fucking Tyler Bray, EJ Manuel, Ryan Nassib, Matt Barkley, Mike Glennon,
Matt Barkley.
Geno Smith.
He had some moments with the Bears, though. He had some moments where he threw the ball and he was like, damn, this guy's actually pretty fucking good. He just plays for the Bears.
That year proved to me more so than anything that the NFL does not care about what you do in college.
Yeah.
Matt Barkley did fuck all at USC.
Yeah. But he had a nice arm.
Was that the same year that Landry Jones was drafted? What year was Landry drafted? 2012?
2014? 2013? Went to the Steelers.
Landry's going to be something. No, I never really did. No, he was the 115th pick in the 2013 NFL draft class. Yeah, so you can throw him into that one too. I kind of figured Landry would never be shit. He was good in college. He was a good college quarterback. You got any other thoughts though? I mean, NFL free agency. We're 4 days in, and it's already been fucking insane.
Yeah, it's gonna get. I mean, has free agency always been this crazy? I feel like the past 5 years it's been crazy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't really feel like it's ever been this crazy. The running backs won this free agency.
Oh, they definitely did.
Do you think all these running back signings happened because the running backs in this class are just not very strong, other than like Blake Corum and
Jonathan Brooks,
the kid from Tennessee?
Oh, fuck. What is his name? Damn it.
Right.
Is it Squirrel Wright? I thought he was a receiver.
No, that's Squirrel White.
Oh. What is his name?
I don't know, but he had a good 40 time. 40 doesn't mean shit, though. I wonder what's going to happen with T. Higgins. There's been buzz going around that the Bengals are trying to reunite the band, make a trade with the Vikings to get Justin Jefferson.
I saw that, dude.
If they do that, they might as well just sign Clyde Edwards.
Jalen Wright. Damn it, that is.
Yeah, Jalen Wright.
Go get CEH. Fuck it. Go get Zach
Terrence
Moss.
Marshall.
Randy Moss's son.
No, that's Thaddeus Moss.
Thaddeus Moss?
Yeah, get Thaddeus Moss, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Just go ahead and get Terrence Marshall while you're at it.
Might as well.
Hire Coach O.
Just support staff.
Go Tigers. They are the Tigers.
They are Tigers, technically.
Yeah, they are a large feline animal.
That would be hilarious if they did that. Just for the memes.
I'm excited for the draft. I'm interested to see what some of these teams do. We kind of already know we know what Chicago's going to do. We know what the Commanders are going to do. The Patriots are going to get a quarterback. Mac Jones is going to take over for Trevor Lawrence, become the franchise quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
They might as well just send Tom Coughlin's fucking 98-year-old ass out there to play quarterback.
Yeah. Fucking, I don't know. If Eli Manning can win a Super Bowl.
If Nick Foles can win a Super Bowl.
Dude, Nick Foles is legendary in that playoff run, though.
He was.
That was really like good. A Joe Flacco run.
Yeah, that was true. The Jags should have signed fucking Joe Flacco, to be honest.
Yeah.
When they got Flacco.
Well, they had a franchise quarterback, and they decided they didn't want him anymore, and that was Blake Bortles, but whatever. It made me really sad, this small stint that he was with the Packers, because I couldn't cheer for him anymore. I just sit there and watch Blake Bortles on the Packers sideline like, this sucks. You got to have Blake Bortles for a couple seasons, you lucky bastard. Right. Now he's ripping cigs and doing construction. His dream.
He's living his fucking life, dude.
Yeah. Real quick rundown OU Pro Day, since we're big Sooners fans. He's fucking strong. He benched like a fuck ton.
He put 34 up at 225.
Yeah. He doesn't even look he doesn't look big, but he's just strong as shit.
He's a strong motherfucker.
Tyler Guyton, he's just unbelievable. He's an alien. That kid. He was made in a lab. Had
to have been.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, so imagine when he gets to the NFL and gets NFL size on him.
He's going to be insane. I don't think he should get too much bigger, though.
No, I think, honestly, I think he can lean down a little bit and put on like some functional strength, like muscular strength. You know what I mean?
Just lean mass. He has the potential to
Dude.
be like a top 5 tackle in the NFL with like his measurables. He's 6'8", 327. He's got a good 40 time.
So he's 6'7", 328. He ran a 5'19" 40.
Yeah, 350 pounds. It's crazy.
Yeah. Jonah Laulu looked good. He had a 9'10" broad jump, a 36-inch
He just looks
vert.
like an NFL. He just looks like an NFL player too. He's 6'6", 280 pounds.
24 reps on the bench.
Yeah. Add some size. Play interior. That's
his,
calling.
His 20-yard shuttle was a 4.59. Bro, so his average grade amongst what he did at the pro day compared to the defensive tackles in the NFL scouting combine, his average spot was third.
Damn.
In testing.
So he tested well.
Yeah. I mean, he's 6'5", 289, man.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
He's got good size. And he's smart too. He's played a lot of football.
He has played a lot of football. If he's not drafted, he will be one of the very first undrafted free agents.
He should be drafted.
He should be. Some team's going to look at what he did.
Well, they're going to look at his measurables too.
Yeah, they're going to look at – that's what I'm saying. They're going to look at his measurables and what he did at that pro day. They're going to piece together his very good tape that he had at OU. He had really good tape at OU.
He had very good tape.
And they're going to be like –
very underrated tape.
That's an NFL football player if he's molded into the –
He's the biggest loss for Oklahoma's line, in my opinion.
Outside of Jacob Lacey, yeah.
Yeah. I think Jonah Lulu is the biggest loss. Like that.
He's so versatile, too.
Yeah. He could do it all. He literally did it all at Oklahoma.
Listen to this. So Jonah Laulu is 6'5", 289, right? And I'm not doing this. I love Reggie Pearson, but I'm not doing this to shit on Reggie Pearson. Reggie Pearson is 5'10", 197. All right, Jonah Laulu had a 9'10" broad jump. Reggie Pearson was 9'6". Jonah Laulu had a 36-inch vert. Reggie Pearson was 32.5. Jonah Laulu had a 4.29 20-yard shuttle. Reggie Pearson was 4.26.
Didn't Reggie Pearson have like a crazy 3-cone shuffle though?
Yeah, his 3-cone was 6.76.
That's ridiculous.
The record is still Jordan Thomas's, by the way, at 6.26 or 6.28, which is insane.
Yeah.
Raim tested awful at the combine and then voted to not go at the pro day, even though all 32 teams were there, mainly to watch Tyler Guyton and Walter Rouse. So that one was a little bit. He didn't test at all.
Is he hurt? I
don't know. I had no idea. But his broad jump at the combine was
I didn't know he didn't test.
7.11. His vertical was 24.5, and his 40-yard dash was a 4.2 or it was a 5.42.
Jesus.
And he decided not to give it a go at the pro day.
Does he not want to play in the NFL? Like, does he not want to get drafted?
I guess not. Drake Stoops had a 8.11 broad jump, 30-inch vert, 4.67 40, which
that's about what I thought he'd do.
Yeah, I thought he might be a low 4.6 guy, but that's about right. 7.01 3-cone, 20-yard shuttle, 4.25. But his route work, though, I don't know if you saw what he did.
I watched him all season. Yeah, his route work's incredible.
Well, yeah, but at the pro day, he ran a lot of motion stuff. So they did an interview, and he said that they pretty much watched Cooper Kupp and Julian Edelman and Wes Welker, and I forget the other
real wide receivers.
Yeah,
the gritty. Those are
essentially watched their tape in like their combines and pro days, and built his pro day route routine off of that.
Nice.
I think he gets
when I think of Wes Welker and Julian Edelman and Cooper Kupp, I think of gritty, fundamental, hard work. Yeah. Very smart.
Yes, very smart. It's like Tim Duncan, Mr. Fundamental.
Here's the thing. Drake Stoops should be drafted. He's going to be drafted late because his measurables aren't insane, but he is a really good football player.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He's a great wide receiver.
He's a great football player, and he's a great wide receiver. And I would shit my pants for the rest of my life out of fear for the rest of the NFL if he went somewhere like Kansas City.
Or just like anywhere that has a quarterback. He'll help any quarterback he plays with.
Oh yeah, he'd also be arguably. I think he'd be good for like a young quarterback. Like give him to C.J. Stroud.
Give him to Chicago for Caleb Williams. They've already played together.
They have already played together. It's crazy to think about all the quarterbacks he's caught.
Chicago doesn't draft Oklahoma players. They drafted one Oklahoma player in my lifetime, and that was Tommy Harris.
Yeah. Well, Tommy Harris is fucking amazing, though.
Yeah.
The Packers have had two OU players that I can remember in my lifetime. One is Torrance Marshall, and the other one is Aaron Ripkowski.
Yeah, I know. And Aaron Ripkowski was one of my favorite players, so him going to the Packers really fucking hurt my soul. But a lot of really good, not highly drafted, like not a lot of the Tyler Guyton's going to be the first round pick. I mean, he should be a top 10 pick, but
Walter Rouse will be drafted too.
Oh yeah,
early day 3 is where I'd take him. Late day 2, early day 3.
He's good. He should be like a 3rd round pick he
just projects so well as a guard, but he also has the versatility that you can play him at tackle if you have to.
He shouldn't go later than the 3rd round, in my opinion, because this is a heavy offensive line class. It is for like wide receivers, quarterbacks, like in a lot of positions, but it is a heavy like offensive line class, and I think he's better than the majority of his competition, other than like Joe Alt and Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton's the best offensive lineman in the draft in terms of measurables and ceiling. His ceiling is much higher than everybody else's because he doesn't have his full play strength. He's still raw.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can develop him.
Man, looking at Walter Rouse, he looks like a picture-perfect football player. Yeah. He's 6'6", 323. Is what all you guys on listening.
And he looks small compared to Tyler Guyton.
I know, dude. Imagine how much his stock would have rose if he didn't play with Tyler Guyton. Like he'd have been by far the best offensive lineman on the team.
Oh yeah.
And
I think he was the best offensive lineman in terms of productivity.
Yeah, Tyler Guyton kind of fell off towards the end of the year.
That's what frustrated me about Tyler was that, like, there were times you watched him, like there were times you watched him, like, 50% of the time, it's like, how does a player like this exist? Like, he's just, he's in a league of his own. And there are times where you watch his play and you're like, is this guy for real? Like, is he even, like, does he even want to be out there?
Mm-hmm.
That's what was very frustrating about Tyler Guyton. I hope it's not, he should be taken top 10. He'll probably be like top 15, you know?
I think the landing spot for him is Dallas.
I think it makes sense.
I think it makes perfect sense for him to go to Dallas. And just drop him right in at right tackle.
Because they don't have Lyle Collins anymore at right tackle, right? Who's their right tackle?
I don't know.
Tyron Smith is still there. Tyler Smith is still there. I think it makes sense for him to play in Dallas in that offensive line. But then again, I mean, it makes sense for him to go to Kansas City too.
Makes sense for him to go to Green Bay.
If they didn't, if he fell to the 32nd spot, Kansas City's taking him.
Oh, 100%.
Andy Reid loves Bill Bedenbaugh players.
Yeah, I mean, he's already said it. Yeah. Wanye and Orlando Brown. Yeah, no, another guy that we haven't talked about yet, Austin Stogner looked pretty good, man. He had a 9.8 broad jump, a 35-inch vert. His 40 was a 4.85.
He's got the measurables. He's like 6'6". He coming out of high school, he looked like good, like just to fill into his body.
You know what's crazy? I was watching Iker Lehman, and he had almost exactly identical numbers testing-wise to Blake Bell. In terms of height, weight,
good player.
And then his measurables. Blake Bell's been in the NFL for 10 years at tight end. Stogner could very well be a Blake Bell.
As a quarterback, so.
Well, yeah, that makes it pretty easy. But, I mean, Stogner could find himself in the NFL just for a long time, just based off his size. And
I don't think he was utilized correctly anywhere that he was. Like, he could do a lot.
The one time that he was utilized correctly is when they just throw jump balls to him in the end zone.
Yeah. Because he's got the size. He's got the vertical for it. I mean, he can run. Like,
he's got soft hands, too. Yeah. Catches the ball really well.
He probably won't be drafted, but, like, I think given a chance, he'll be all right.
I do want to ask you this. So, For one, I just want to say this out of the bottom of my heart. I hope to God McCade Sawyer gets a chance, but he probably won't. I would love to see McCade in the NFL just because I love McCade so much.
Well, you know what you're going to get out of him. Like, just a gritty, hard-working offensive lineman.
Yeah.
He's tough. He played with the ankle injury.
Yeah.
Savion Byrd was a shit show.
Savion Byrd was a fucking disaster. But I do want to ask you this. So, OU has the longest running stretch of having at least 4 players drafted in the NFL. Do you think?
Since when?
I think they're going on 14 straight years.
Okay.
Having at least 4 players drafted. No, since 2008. Since the Sam Brown, or 2008. Yeah, 2008 or 9. Do you think that streak continues? They got 2 for sure. And Tyler Guyton and Walter Rouse. Maybe Jonah Laulu and maybe Drake Stoops. I would put money on Drake getting drafted.
I think he'll be drafted. It'll be like 6th or 7th round. No, it'll definitely be one of the last 2 rounds. But I mean, I don't know who else gets drafted. After Rain tested so bad and didn't go again, I doubt it's him. So I would have thought Rain got drafted, but I don't know about it now. Isaiah Coe had a pretty good pro day.
Yeah, but I don't know if he had the production. But then again, they don't look at production; they look at measurables, and he would be a nose tackle, 6'2", 311.
I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of the reason why Oklahoma's not going to have a bunch of draft picks this year is because they kind of had to makeshift a bunch of their positions in the transfer portal when Lincoln Riley left. So
also, so many people stayed.
Yeah, Billy Bowman, Danny Stutzman would have been a 2nd-round pick.
Billy Bowman would have been drafted. Woody Washington would have been drafted. You know, a lot of these guys.
What's Woody's NFL position?
Nickel corner.
Yeah, maybe they should just play him at Cheetah.
Well, I don't know about Cheetah, just because they're gonna have Cheetah probably playing a lot closer
to the ball. Like, see what he can do. He's been playing forever now. Like,
he has. Well, so I don't know if you watch on Sooner Scoop's YouTube. They have this thing called The Family Business, where Joe Castiglione Jr. and
the Family Business.
Yeah, Castiglione Jr. and then Isaac Stoops have a podcast on there where they talk with like former and previous past and present OU players. They're talking to Woody Washington, and he said part of the reason that he stayed is because everyone else is coming back. You know, Ethan Downs and all those guys are coming back, but he was promised he was going to get some time at safety and play some other positions. So he might play some safety, he might play some slot corner, some nickel corner, something like that. Which I think if he can prove to play well at those positions, it's going to give him so much versatility.
Yeah.
And it's going to help him get drafted and help him have a really good career. I mean, look at Trey Brown.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and he's bigger and longer than Trey Brown.
Yeah, he's like 6 foot, 200-something pounds.
Mm-hmm. He's got long
arms. He hits hard.
Too.
Yeah.
He does.
He should be playing a lot. Like, I don't know. If he's going to play in the NFL, he needs to play slot or nickel, but I think he should just continue to play him on the outside with Gentry Williams.
He's so good. Gentry, if healthy this whole season, I think Gentry can get drafted next year.
He's got the measurables.
He's a stud, dude. He's such a good tackler, too.
Yeah. But I'm interested to kind of see what it's going to look like in this year's draft because you got 2 solid players that should be drafted in Walter Rouse and Tyler Guyton. Drake Stoops, late-round pick. I don't know, though. Jonah Laulu, like, I agree with you that Jonah Laulu should be drafted, but it'll come down to, like, 6th or 7th round. You kind of filled your team needs, and then you're like, hey, look at this guy. Like, he'd be a good plug and play.
Taking a flyer on a couple guys, like, oh, this guy's got the measurables. You know, could we build him into a spot either at a 3 technique or, you know,
I think
if he knows.
I think inside's his position with his like build. If he could just put on the size, Jonah Laulu's an inside.
And another
guy.
thing about Laulu is, go ahead.
Maybe a 3 technique.
Yeah, he could definitely play a 3 technique. But the thing I was going to say about Laulu is, you look at his 5-6 years of college or whatever, it's 6, I guess, of the COVID year. He's never played the same position like every year. and been there consistently. And so he's been moved around from inside to outside and all kinds of stuff.
He's
Like
a football player. He's a ball player.
he is, man. And he's so smart too. Like he's got the IQ
We're
to
just
play at the
sucking his
NFL
cock.
level. At this point, I mean, I would
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
lap that shit up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The streak's probably gonna die.
It has to at some point. I mean, look at OU softball.
Yeah, that's true.
Happens.
The
But, I mean,
pressure's the pressure's gone though with softball. Now that the streak's over with, they can
they're just
continue
gonna
to dominate.
beat everyone's ass now.
Yeah. Another quick rundown. Oklahoma baseball looks great. Where does Oklahoma basketball stand in terms of seeding?
So they're probably going to be.
Sorrells is hurt. Suarez is hurt. Is it Sorrells or Suarez?
Suarez.
Yeah, Suarez is hurt.
Well, so I don't know if you saw after the loss to TCU, Porter Moser came out and essentially said Hughley, McCollum, and Suarez should all be 100% healthy come Friday.
Good. So we fucking need them.
Yeah, and so OU is a tournament team. They're definitely going to be in the tourney. They're probably going to be like an 8 to 11 seed, kind of in that range, I would think. Probably closer to 8 or 9, I would think. I think they've shown that they can beat top level teams and be competitive with top level teams. They just haven't done enough. Also, they're in the fucking Big 12, which is the best conference of basketball. So,
how about Houston absolutely beating the shit out of Kansas?
I laughed so hard
a couple weeks ago. That was crazy.
I was so
for
happy.
All the talk of like, yeah, Houston, this is what the Big 12 is like, their first Big 12 loss. Like, yeah, welcome to the Big 12, buddy. And they just to go on Kansas's court, which I know this is Kansas's worst team in a while.
Yeah.
McCullough, he's been kind of hurt. He shouldn't have even played. He looked hurt.
Yeah.
In that game. But like, I mean, congrats to Kelvin Sampson in that group.
Yeah.
But
I was saying with Houston, they can beat you in so many different ways too, man.
Yeah. Their offense is not fun to watch, but their defense is so fucking good.
I mean, they just held TCU to 45 points.
Yeah.
They beat them 60 to 45. And it's going to come down to. Also, Iowa State's a really good team, man. And they have one of the best defenses in basketball as well.
Let's take a look at what's going on. Arizona got their revenge on USC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Houston beat the dog shit at TCU. Providence beating Creighton. Wow.
Damn.
All right. Well, that being said, Oklahoma is a tourney team. How far they can go, we'll find out. Oklahoma City Thunder basketball.
They got a chance to get tied for the number 1 seed again tonight.
I hope they beat the dog shit out of Dallas.
Too.
Those fucking Luka fans.
I got work in the morning. I might still stay up and watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay up and watch it. I don't really think there's anything else to talk about. We covered everything that. I mean, the free agency was the big thing. We needed to talk about, and then Oklahoma's pro day.
Yeah.
More to come. The draft will be coming soon.
A month and a half out from the draft. It is March. March Madness. Are you gonna fill out a bracket?
Should we do a bracket?
We should do a bracket.
All right, we'll do a bracket. So, is there anything else that we're missing for this episode?
No, I think we're all good, man.
All right.
You want to go ahead and get us out of here?
Yeah. As always, like, comment, subscribe. We hope you enjoyed this episode. More to come. We'll probably record another episode next week. We're going to try to shoot for next week unless things happen. But appreciate you, the 2 listeners that actually watch this. There's more to come for next week. So stay tuned. Love you guys.
See ya.